Hello there, good evening everyone. Welcome to our first Facebook Live from Real Fun Learning Center. Thank you very much for joining. I see that Simon, you are here. So Aidan and Haley is also here. Dr. Lau, I see your name there, Dr. Lau. Hi Robert and Grace, welcome. Hi Tingji, hi Thomas, hi Waikid. Who else? Jing Ying, Ying Hui, Wan Yu. Hello, I Jing. Hello, Julia. And Dipesh and Xiangxi. All right, thank you very much for support. So far we have 30 views, more than I expected actually. So I was thinking of around 20 or less. But thank you very much for your support. And I hope you will get something from today's live as well, because today's topic is about digital media design. And this live, it will be a weekly live. Yeah, the title of this live, the theme is about job of tomorrow. Yeah. So it's a series of live where we will invite different leaders from different industries, especially emerging professions, to share with us, the future profession, right? And what are the jobs and skill set that we should look at to help to improve ourselves, to better prepare ourselves for the future. And today, the topic is digital media design. Now, the reason why I choose this is because I have two students. They like to create a lot of animation projects and drawings. And I really want to use this time to showcase their work and their effort that they put into creating all those projects. Yeah. So today we will have two students sharing with us, Anson Liew, 14 years old, as well as Victor Lee, 11 years old, sharing their projects mainly around the animation area. Besides that, we have also guest of the day, Cheang Lin Yew. Yeah, he is the digital media design course director from the One Academy. He will be sharing with us, and today's session is mainly more of a casual chat and not so formal. So we will have some conversation, ask some questions. And in fact, I encourage all of you from who are watching the live now, put your questions in. What you have in mind? What is digital media design? Yeah, perhaps a question to all of you. What do you think? What do you think digital media design is? 它是什么来的? Right? What is it? And what are the questions that perhaps you have in mind that you want to also ask Mr. Cheang or Lin Yew, that I call him, related to this area. Okay. So again, the other reason I want to use this topic, digital media design, is also this data that I want to show all of you. So give me a minute. Let me share my PowerPoint. So if you look at the screen now, this is data from MDEC, Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. National impact of Malaysia digital content market. 7.9 billion in revenue. This is figures in 2018 till 2018. 1.42 billion in export, and this is particularly I like it a lot because we talk about export. We can export our products and services, and there's a lot of jobs created because of this. So I feel that this is an area that there's a lot of potential in that. In fact, I understand from NDAT they have put a lot of effort to grow this industry, and I feel that this is what we should look at and to prepare our kids, our future generation. Okay, so with this, let me see. Um, ah, for those who are joining the live today, you will notice that there's a translation at the bottom there. Yeah, this is done by AI. Yeah, artificial intelligence. Yeah, nobody at the back converting what I'm saying here. So it's all done by artificial intelligence. Now, I believe it's not 100% accurate, but I think it's probably good enough for us to understand. Yeah. So this is the translation for those who like to listen or to look at to understand from a Mandarin perspective. Then you can look at the translation, because for this session for today, mainly we will be doing it in English. For the next session, maybe we will have mix. Some of the students will speak in Mandarin. Some of the speaker will speak in Mandarin as well. Okay, so that's the translation. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is, again, thank you very much for joining this live. I'm giving out free gift. Who don't like free gift, right? If you don't like free gift, you just write in a comment and say you don't like free gift. But I will be giving out free gift today. Now, I need your help to choose what free gift do you want? What free gift do you want? 你要哪一个 free gift, right? What free gift do you want? So one is waterproof backpack. So if you want a waterproof backpack, please write it in the comment. You want waterproof backpack. Now, the other option is a USB drive, a SanDisk USB drive. So if you want this, please write it in the comment. You want the USB drive. Okay. So I'll wait for your response to decide which one to give up. So which one do you want? Free classes, Simon. I see that. Free classes. You know what? I will have announcement regarding our coding class later on. So please stay tuned and I will announce that. There's a big surprise later on as well. Not only the free gift, it's something to do with our coding drive. Backpack, all right, with USB drive, backpack. Dinner with Teacher Teo. Like it. We always dinner together lah. No need lah. Backpack. Oh, backpack. Wow, not bad, huh? A lot choose backpack, huh? I guess nobody use thumb drive or USB drive anymore. Now, something to do with the USB drive. You see, this USB drive is slightly different. Yeah, you see, there's a small USB C type USB C that you can plug into your Android phone. So what happens is, if your Android phone is full, yeah, you don't have any capacity anymore, you can plug it in and then transfer all the files out, all your images, all your videos. So it's quite useful. So backpack. Oh, a lot of backpack, huh? Not bad. Go cloud. Wow, like it. Go cloud. Yes, I like that. Go cloud. USB drive, backpack. Thanks in advance. Now, in order to get this gift, I forgot to mention, in order to get this gift, you need to listen to the live, because I will pose a question. I will have a quiz at the back. I will have a quiz at the end of the session where the questions is related to the live today. Something that the students share, something that the guests of today share. So it will be something related to that. So you must stay on to listen. Otherwise, you don't know what to answer. USB drive. So now some of you have changed to USB drive instead of waterproof backpack. So I should explain it. Now I come back to the waterproof backpack. So it's a backpack. Then it has a USB socket that you can plug in to charge your phone, and you have multiple sockets that you put your umbrella, put your water bottle, yeah. And it has obviously it's a laptop for laptop, yeah. So it has all the cushion in there to protect your laptop. Okay, thank you everyone for your support on this, and still couldn't decide what to give out, USB or backpack. Now I didn't see anyone asking for both. Do you want both or not? How about both? Barry, thank you. Can put the USB drive into the backpack. Well, that's a very good suggestion. Now, if today's live can go up to 100 views, so currently it's staying around 40, okay? If it go more than 100, I will give out both of them. Okay? I will have 2 questions for you. Whoever answer the first will get the first, we will get the gift. Okay? I will have both. So make sure you share it out. Create a watch party. Share it out. Create a watch party. Invite more people come in and join this live. And if we have more than 100, Sharon, please help me take note. Huh? If we hit more than 100, I need to honor my promise. Huh? So more than 100, I will give out both backpack and the USB drive. You don't need to choose. So, okay, let me just check on the comments. Oh, sorry, Barry, it doesn't count as one gift. It's still 2 gifts. So I will give out 2 questions for you. You can only win 1, by the way. Don't be so greedy. Wow, Simon, not bad, are you? Share Liao. Thank you, Inghui. Share Liao. So let's hit 100. Yeah, let's do it 100. Then I will honor my promise to give out both of them. I will have 2 questions, not only 1. So I will give out 2 gifts today if we hit more than 100. All right. So enough of me talking. Next, I would like to invite Victor, our first student, to share his project related to digital media or animation in this particular case. So Victor, can you please turn on your camera? And I need to turn off this. Just give me a minute. I'm bringing you out. All right. So thank you very much, Victor, for coming, for agreeing to do this live. Yeah, I think not many students dare to be live on camera and talking to everybody, and I really appreciate that. Now, today, so maybe you can introduce yourself, your name, how old are you, and where you're studying, and when did you join? When you start coding? When did you learn? When did you start learning to code?
Hi, my name is Victor. I am age 11. I study at SK St. Columbus School. I started coding around December 2019.
2019. Okay, very good. So Victor joined us last year, December, when we have our holiday program, our popular holiday program. I think he signed up for the microbit, right? If I'm not mistaken, you signed up for the microbit, and the other one is Minecraft. Yes, Minecraft. I think Minecraft is it's a lot of fun. That class is there's a lot of fun. A lot of students playing Minecraft together. Not only playing, but also creating a lot of different mods. Okay, so today, let me see let me show your work. Just give me a minute. All right, guys, continue to put comments there in the live, okay? So I need to set this up for Victor, the sharing screen, which is not in here. Okay, so it's here. So firstly, I'm gonna play the first project from Victor. Okay, so if you look at this project, it is about you have various buttons at the bottom, right? You can do various kind of animations, and you can even pick up the sword and move around with your keyboard. So then you can also pick up the shield that's there. Yeah, the shield that's above the arrow key. So Victor, can you share with us what makes you create this so-called animation?
This was requested by teacher Katz to have a test on my knowledge on coding. Put a little bit more animation into it instead of using stock characters from the media library.
Okay. So instead of using stock image, you draw on your own for all the various stickmen. I noticed that you like to use stickmen a lot, right?
Yes, it's much simpler to draw.
Much simpler to draw. Okay, much simpler. But I think you added a lot of different effect. I think it's something to do with Dragon Ball as well. Is it?
Yeah, because I didn't have much ideas back then.
Okay. Do you remember how long did you take to do this?
Around 3 hours something,
3
probably.
Hours. Okay.
3
so
hours
not too
and
long.
a half.
But what do you think can be improved for this project?
Added tutorial, more a quest, some sort, like a game.
Like a game, so convert it into a game. So I'm gonna show the next one. So the next one is a simple animation as well. And I asked him, what is this about? Yeah, this is, if I'm not mistaken, is also related to Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. What do you call that?
No other ideas.
Sorry?
Because I had no other ideas.
You have no other ideas. I believe you have
I could
a
have
lot of ideas.
done Naruto.
Naruto's?
I could have done that.
Yeah. I think Naruto is also a very good choice. A few of other students also make a lot of Naruto animation. So maybe next time you can help create something to do with Naruto theme as well. So audience, if you like his project, please put a lot of love and like, to give support to Victor. To give support for Victor. Now, how do you feel after learning coding, Victor? How do you feel after learning to code, right? So you can create all this digital animation. Do you feel like you can make use of whatever that you can think of and put it into things that move? Do you feel like you can accomplish a lot more? You can do a lot more things after learning coding.
Every time I know a code block related to animating, then I feel happier, then my life is much easier,
Life is so much easier, So you want to learn a lot more code related to creating animation, right?
Yes.
No problem. We will take note of that and make sure that you do well in this area. Okay, so thank you very much, Victor. Do you have any other questions for Victor? Guys, do you have any other questions for Victor? No? Okay, well done. A lot of say well done. High fives. Good job, Victor. Next, I would like to invite Anson to come online. Anson. Thank you, Victor. I'll see you again. You need to stop your video, okay? Okay, Anson, can you come online? You can turn on your video. All right.
Good evening.
Good evening. Finally, you did set the right greeting. because every time when I meet Anson, and it's during the afternoon time, every time when I meet him, he always tell me good morning. But tonight, good evening. Very good. So Anson, introduce yourself, perhaps. Your name, how old are you? When did you join us? When did you start learning to code?
My name is Anson Liew. I am 14 years old and I study at SMK Nuwat on 2019 and 2020.
Okay, all right.
I started coding at the
You thought coding is?
Start coding on Sunday.
Okay, no worry. Okay, let's look at Anson's project. We have 3 that I want to show here. So the first one is some kind of racing game between 2 characters, right? And then Anson, this is the one where it's not the Mario Kart. It's the one that is front-looking one. Can you share a bit on your creation on that? Who is the one that's driving the cart in front? Do you still remember the project? Chicken Warrior. So something that I want to mention to all the audience, for his project, for all his work, he used this Chicken Warrior a lot. The person in front just now, the one who's driving, who jumped across the longgang. He called this character Chicken Warrior, and pretty much he put all of them in all his project. Now, can you tell us who is this Chicken Warrior?
Well, Chicken Warrior is my creation. I created him, and it was the inspiration of Goku and Mario.
Goku and Mario, a combination of Goku and Mario.
Exactly.
Right. Very good, very good. So let's look at the second one. Second one is wait, hold on. This one. Okay. Right. The second one is Chicken Warrior Kart. So you can see here there's a lot of different kart that's racing on this racetrack. And the last one, you can see the ouch, my leg. So that's why it's the last. And then you can see Chicken Warrior can be controlled using the mouse. And as you can see, the chicken is there. Don't hit me. This chicken is also very unique. It's in every of his project. Not only the Chicken Warrior, but also this chicken. So, why do you create this Mario Kart animation?
Because back then I like racing, so I create all this.
Okay. So you don't like racing now?
I do, but not as much as fighting.
Not as much as fighting. Okay. So you are that's why you are working on the Chicken Warrior Brawl, right? The fighting one at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's look at the next one. The next one is quite similar. It's also a racing one. No, not this one. Not this one. Again, sorry guys. Not this one. This one. So this one is similar to the one just now, but it's more like a boss. Fighting with the boss, racing with the boss. And then with all these different effects. Raining, thunders, right? So very cool. It's a very cool animation. In fact, I forgot to turn on the music. I should have turned on the music. Hold on, let me try again. Nope, it's not working. Anson number 3. Okay, no worry. I think we can do that later on. Okay, let's come back to you. So what makes you create this additional racing card game? Why is there a boss there now?
Because I thought putting this one would be very cool and it's very awesome too. So I thought putting it would be very good.
Okay, okay. So out of all this, which one you feel proud of? The best that you think it is?
The second one.
The second one, the one with a lot of kart racing along. You added
Because-
more. I understand that.
Because there are a lot of characters in there and I spend most time of it. It's very hard.
Ah, okay. By the way, do you know Chin Hui? Teo
Chin
Chin
Hui?
Hui.
Teo Chin Wei. Ahoy Lasu.
Ah,
That one.
he's saying, so cool. Good job, Anson. So pat on the back for you. Yeah?
Thanks.
Good job, Anson. All right. So anything, if you were to improve it, what do you think you will add on for the one that you are proud of? What else are you going to add on?
I think not much because that's it.
Okay. Maybe you need to spend some time to think about it. No worry. This is out of a sudden I ask you that questions. Perhaps you are not ready yet. Don't worry about it. But thank you very much, Anson, for sharing this. And I really want you to, all of you, to shine with a wider audience here, because otherwise it's just showing us the teachers. There's no use. I think the work that you have put here should be shown to a lot more people. In fact, Anson, all of this work is done on his own initiative. It's not in class, right? He did not do that because teacher asked him to do it, like Victor mentioned. All of this, he did it on his own, on his free time. He spent his time creating all of this. So shouldn't put in waste. Yeah? So that's why I want to show it here. All right, so thank you very much, Anson. You can turn off your camera now. Thank you.
Next time I'll put a whole chicken warrior card reviewing.
Yeah?
One day.
All right, so let me come back. Okay, give me a minute, guys. Now you see me split into half. Okay. All right, so come back to so after hearing all this sharing from the students, I believe some of you feel like maybe I should learn some coding as well, right? Maybe to get your kids to learn as well. Let me just do a quick check on the live. Have we hit 100 yet? Not yet. Still 48. So still one gift so far. And Sharon, what is the one that we get the most? Is it the waterproof backpack or the USB drive? Sharon? Not sure yet. Never mind. Help me have a look at that. Sharon is my my co-host, hosting for this event today. She's working in the background, helping with a lot of all these technical things and checking on the live as well. Both are attractive. Okay, both are attractive. But I still need to choose one. Okay, I still need to choose one. The next, what I'm gonna announce is the surprise for today. Before we go into our next session, which is with Lin Yew, Mr. Cheang from the One Academy, I want to announce our surprise today. Yeah, I want to announce our surprise today. Simon, you talk about coding class. So I am going to share just for today and tomorrow. The offer is until tomorrow, end of tomorrow. We have all the popular coding class, especially the holiday program. We have the new one, Game Creation version 2. Most of you have not attended that. Game creation, mobile app development. This is to create Android app. And then microbit coding is a microcontroller. Is a microcomputer that you program. So I'm bundling all of this up into one package for all of you at a discounted price. What is the usual price? The usual price for all of this, all 4 of them, is 1,200. The usual price for all 4 of them, all together, is 1,200. But today and tomorrow, yeah, you have time until tomorrow, midnight. It's only 99 ringgit 99 cent. 99 ringgit 99 cent. Is that attractive enough for you or not? Simon, is that attractive enough for you or not? 99 ringgit 99 cent. That's worth 1,200 ringgit, yeah? All the courses add up. That is 48 hours of class. 48 hours of class. Okay, just 99 ringgit 99 cent. Now, if you are interested, go to our website, realfund.com.my/offer. realfund.com.my/offer, and you can purchase this bundle immediately with your credit card. And remember to put in the coupon code ENA33. ENA33. Let me come back again, sorry. ENA33. Then you will get the 99 ringgit 99 cent offer. Okay? So this offer is until end of tomorrow. You have time until end of tomorrow to do this. Okay. So I hope you're still staying back, because next we will have Lin Yew to share with us about digital media design. So with this, Lin Yew, maybe you can turn on your camera now, and I will switch it over to this.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. Hold on. Let me just do some setting here. Okay. No share. All right. Welcome. So, Lin Yew, maybe a bit of introduction from yourself. I believe I have it here. You are also the co-founder of a Shanghai-based design company, Super Nature Design. Maybe you can share a bit what is that as well, in addition to what your current job is in the One Academy. All right.
Hi, good evening, all of you. I can't see you, but I believe that you can see me. Thanks, Theo, for inviting me for this session, and I hope that I can actually share and take this 30 minutes time for me to actually share with you, 20 to 30 minutes time. So yeah, I'm the program leader and course director of Digital Media Design program, both in diploma and degree from the One Academy. And before that, I actually went to, I was actually trained, my background was graphic design. That was back in 1994 when I first graduated from college. And many of, during that time, I believe that there aren't actually much of choice. If you want to study art and design, we don't really have this thing called digital media design or digital animation or 3D graphics and all these sort of things, but mainly very static graphic design and advertising. But then after I graduated from college, then I stay in the college and then become a tutor until I got a chance to actually went to overseas to further my study. And that was the time where I actually picked up something related to digital media design. But during that time, it was actually called multimedia design. So I picked up multimedia. So I learned digital video production, web design and animation, and of course some interactive design and web pages or web design. So all sort of different kind of things. And then after that, I came back to Malaysia and then continue my career in education line. Then after that, I went to overseas again, and then in 2008, I actually co-founded this company called Super Nature Design. And mainly, this company does a lot of interactive installations, retail experience, meaning that we actually use a lot of this technology in a very creative way to create a lot of experiences for our client and for public. So mostly all this stuff, you can actually find it in like product launch or maybe a special event product in a retail store, window display, and even some of the F&B industry, like in a restaurant, we did a interactive, responsive lighting sculpture for a client. So I would say that this adventure is very interesting because of I got a chance to actually explore all sort of possibilities, which I never thought of when I actually first studied graphic design, and never actually thought of, wow, if you manage to picked up all this technical skill and all this, whether it's coding, later I will actually talk about it, coding. I mean, can you imagine a designer or artist, they can learn, they can program, and what will be the outcome? It will be very, very interesting. So because of all this, I like to try a lot of different things, and that actually give me a lot of new opportunities. So I'm no longer actually play around with pencil and pen and paper, but you can go far beyond that. So as long as you are creative enough, and as long as you are comfortable with the skill sets and also the skill sets in terms of like technical skill sets, of course the creative thinking, when you combine all these things, wow, you can actually do a lot of fun things, I would say. It's actually basically breakthrough, or maybe it breaks that kind of very old or traditional perception about art and design, what art and design can do. Okay. In our parents' generation, when you mention about, oh, you study art, then it's very difficult to get to earn a living, right? Or maybe, oh, you do advertising, or you do art and design, or it must be related to advertising, and that is something to do with the signboard and things like that. So those are like normally when someone asks me, and then I told them, or I do design, and then the older generation they will talk that way. But of course, the younger generation, they'll think differently.
So related to what you mentioned, that one. So
yeah.
You know, that I believe that thinking is still there. And then what is the message that you want to tell everyone? You know, it's actually different. It's so much different nowadays.
It is very, very different. Perhaps I can actually share some of the slides for tonight,
go ahead,
so that I can explain it better.
You're sharing your slide, right?
Yeah, but I can't. You have
to
okay.
Yeah. My bad. All right, now you should be able to.
Okay.
Got it.
So if you look at this, can you see it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm not going to actually run full screen, but I try to maximize it
Sure.
so I can jump from slide to slide.
Sure.
I actually I always would like to put like digital media design, how I relate it. It is like the emergence of art, design, and technology. So it sounds very cool, but it's actually really that cool. So what is digital media design? So I'm actually always like draw two big circle, and then I will always like plot the middle, the overlapping part, the intersection of it, which is the art and design and technology. So you actually learn art and design, which is the very creative, right? Very creative. It's sort of like the right brain of us. And then you move on to like you pick up media and technology, which is more to the logic part of it. And then you combine these two and you intermarriage them and you put them together, and then you will get a chemical out of it. And then that is what we are doing in this intersection area. So I would say that technology is there, but how you do creative technologies, this is something that is I would not say that it's very new, but I think not many people thought of this. I mean, especially those that are not in this industry. They thought that, okay, technology is something good, like more to the tech, like more to the scientist or inventor or maybe engineer or software developer and so on. But have you ever actually thought of creative technologies? And when you creative technologies, you combine with design innovation, then these two things will be a perfect combination. Okay, and that actually will nurture into a new generation of designer or artists, with both aesthetics and digital technology. So they, in fact, that at the end they manage these two areas. They can master these two areas and they combine it. So equipped with the knowledge of technical know-how and modern tools to solve problems. Right. So if you're talking about design, it's not about make something look beautiful, but it is actually help people to maybe perform something more effectively. Like for example, you have an app. So the app is not just like you make a very beautiful app, but how actually you make the application, the mobile app, become functional and become very easy to use. So I think that the designer play a very important role on that. So so that basically the art and design. And Theo, you want me to show some work, or you want to continue asking me some questions? Then I can continue explaining it.
I think one of the question, I just want to address one of the questions. So you were saying that you went overseas. Which country did you go? This is a simple one.
Okay, I went to 2 countries. I went to New Zealand to further my study, and then I also worked there for 5 years before I moved to Shanghai. And I worked and lived in Shanghai for 8 years before I decided to come back. That was like 4.5 years ago. So I came back, then I joined back education. So I hope that I can pass on my experience and knowledge to students, to younger generations, so that they can actually help to shape the new landscape of this digital media design, especially in Malaysia. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
It sounds very ambitious, but I wanted to do it.
No, we all wanted to do it. We all want to do it.
Yeah.
So one question from me, I actually I'm not so creative. So should I still? But I still love to put something together, make it as nice as possible. But I don't think I'm creative. So what will be your advice for me to perhaps improve, or I don't know, what can I do?
Well, I think that everyone in this world, they are creative. Just that you probably do not know, you are not aware of it. Like subconsciously, you are actually quite creative. it's just like a different application of creativity. So you apply to a different, maybe a different area, but without you actually realizing it. So I would say that creativity is always actually come from day-to-day observation, and also general knowledge. I think this is actually very important. And I think that if you are expecting like okay, I was born to be creative, well, I would say that maybe there are 1 or 2% in this world, like they are naturally born to be creative, but maybe 98% they actually train themselves. So you need to actually put yourself into this environment, and of course, when you study, in the, whether it's a primary school or high school, or maybe a tertiary education, I think the environment is very important. Like whether the environment actually encourage you or cultivate you to think out of the box. So I think this is very important. I think that the encouragement from the parents, for the younger kids. So you have to let them go and explore, take the risk, okay to make mistakes. And from there they learn, and they are there to actually make a bold step, to try different things. Right? Instead of like, oh, I'm actually too afraid to try something. So I wouldn't say you are not creative. I think everyone is creative, just that when you actually can apply it, and when you actually can spark that moment that you got a really creative idea.
So keeps on trying it.
Yeah,
try
not limited to art and design. Those who do music, they can be creative. Okay. Those who do business, they are creative. Otherwise, how are they going to run the business? So I think that coding, if you're talking about coding, is logic, right?
Yep.
But I always challenge my student, hey, use it as a creative tool. Use it in a very creative way. So meaning that you use it in a different way. Everybody uses this way to create this kind of stuff, but you are using the same tools, but you're creating something very differently. So this is try and error. There is no like a formula for you, but you just have to try and error. You accumulate your experience, and you dare to try different things, make the mistake. Yeah. Okay. So this is, I think that I see it that way.
So I think you have something related to how art and technology, or where does the coding comes in? I think you have one particular slide on that talks about if we were to learn coding, what will it bring us to, or where will it bring us to in future? Should I even learn it if I want to just focus on digital media design? Right? Because I think you have one slide where you talk about, if you want to go with fully technical, you learn all kinds of technical skills.
Yeah.
Right? And
okay.
Yep.
So so this is like, do I need to learn coding? I would say that you have the choice to choose, because even in our program, we understand that really some students, they dislike coding, but some they do it very well, and some they manage to strike the balance. So I actually will share this like this diagram. Do I need to learn coding? I think this is really depends on your capability and your interest. Some I can understand that really some students, they really cannot. They just like, okay, I cannot do maths, I cannot do physics. My logic thinking is like nearly zero. But I still wanted to push my student, give a try first before you make a decision, or before you make a judgment on yourself. Because coding is not that really difficult. It's just like you learn the different language, It's just like how you learn a new language. Okay? So this diagram is actually show to serve for a different type of people. First, of course, some may say, okay, I'm zero art and design. I only can do tech. Okay, so there will always an opportunity for these people. You know, they can choose, and at the end they become a scientist or computer engineer, and so on. And then the second one is 70% of tech, and then 30% of creative. So you can see this here at the bottom here. So I put a blue color is about coding and logical, and then the red color is art and design, which is more related to creativity. So and then the middle one, then this person could be like 50-50. Okay, I'm very good in art and design. I'm also very good in tech, and there are some people they are like that. If you are under this category at the middle one, right, the opportunity is huge. And there is this position called creative technologist. So I'm not sure whether you have heard about this creative technologist. It is actually in the creative industry. And for example, in Shanghai, a friend of mine that actually worked as an executive creative director in an advertising agency, and he told me that the company is willing actually to spend like over 100K renminbi per month for a creative technologist position. So it is equivalent to like an engineer. So if you ask me like 20 years ago, wow, art and design can earn that a lot of money, I would say no, but nowadays yes, because designer, they are high tech too. So never underestimate that. Okay, designer, they are only good in drawing, but they pick up, if they manage to pick up all these modern tools, they can do far more beyond what we could imagine. So, and if you move down to the fourth row, which is 30% of tech and 70% of art and design. So I'm very good in art and design. I'm okay so in tech, but I understand it so that when I work in the industry, I know how to collaborate and how I can work with a teammate who is actually more to the tech. Because now in the industry, everyone is talking about collaboration. You work as a team, right? And then the last one is 100% art and design, so that you have zero knowledge of tech and you have zero interest on tech, then you still can be able to pursue in this creative industry, art and design. So because of all these different combinations, right, we can actually see there are so much opportunities. And it is not like I'm good in art and I'm not good in tech. You still be able to be someone in the industry, right? Or I know a little bit of tech, but I know more about art and design. So there are still opportunities there. So how I actually put that is like digital media design. I'll focus on this three, right? So because you cannot, if you are 100% pure engineer, you cannot call yourself a designer, right? Designer, somehow it has to be some artistic ability. So if you have zero knowledge of tech, you cannot also call yourself a digital media designer. So I think that this will be the combination now.
Okay. Yeah. So I think when I think of, say, like movies, animated movies from Disney, from Pixar, I can think of, you know, they are all from the US, from other regions, and you know, what is the opportunity in Malaysia, right? What can we even do in Malaysia? Does it mean that if I would go into this, you know, I have to leave? I mean, where am I? Miri. I have to leave Miri. I have to leave Malaysia to pursue all this passion, yeah, that I have in terms of digital media design. What is the scene like in Malaysia, right? Where are we?
Okay, I think digital media design, it cover quite a lot of things. And Theo, just now you mentioned about animation. I would say that animation is an industry by itself. And if you're talking about digital media design, there are animation component in it. But if you just want to talk about animation itself, it's just like a game industry. Game industry, it can be just game industry itself, right? That is this ecosystem, and so as the animation. So I'm not an expert in animation industry, but I can talk a little bit about that. But usually when you talk about animation, first of all, you have to know what is the application of animation. So very obvious that the most popular one is you can watch all these animated feature film like Toy Story, created by Pixar and Disney, and these are the big brothers. And there are also animation being used in game. So like a game in the cutscene of the games, or maybe the trailer of the games. And also there are animation used in the commercial, TV commercial, like advertising, promote certain products. For example, you see a very nice mobile phone, could be any brand, right? Then you can see the product like twisting, and then maybe a camera close up. Those are not really photograph or maybe video, like use the video camera to capture it. Those could be 3D model, super realistic, render it, and then do the cut scene. So those are also part of animation. They actually have different applications. So if you're talking about the career opportunity of this in Malaysia, and in fact, there are a lot of production houses in Malaysia, just that usually the layman, they don't really know. They probably know, Pixar or Disney, they are the production company that actually create this blockbuster movie. Or maybe Sony Entertainment, or they actually produce like triple A title, or maybe like a lot of this big game title, usually is actually produced by more big corporation. But in Malaysia, there are a lot of these production houses that are, in fact, getting projects from all these big brothers. I don't think like let's say when you watch maybe a special effects kind of a movie, right? And there are many scenes, right? And all these scenes could be like subcontract out to all these production houses. And in Malaysia, there are quite a number of them, from small size to medium to larger size. Like you can't believe that in Malaysia there is this animation house that with more than 200 animators. So I would say that it's considered one of the biggest in Malaysia. So, but you don't really know them because they are not producing big blockbuster movie under their company name, but they are actually producing all these contents for all these big publisher. So, in fact, that in Malaysia we require a lot of this kind of talents. And in fact, that Malaysia produce a lot of this type of talents as well. Yeah. So this is basically the Malaysia, the animation industry is all about.
All right. So I think we are about time for our live as well. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But what I get from the conversation with you is that first, the industry is there. The industry is big. And we in Malaysia, we also have the talent to support that, right?
Yeah.
So don't look. So this is quite an important area to look at in terms of preparing us for the future, because anyhow, digital is going to be there, and even better is that you produce something that for all the big company worldwide and from Malaysia itself, and produce all these arts and creative work for them. So it's not limited by the physical boundary itself. So I see that you're showing this demand and talent supply. You want to say something on this?
Yes, obviously, the demand is bigger circle, and then the talent supply is smaller circle. That basically illustrate and explain the current situation of this industry, digital media design.
Okay.
And everybody is looking for the talent, but we are basically shortaged.
Okay. So
for
those talent who sits in the middle of just now the slide that you were showing, who sits in the middle with both art and technology, combination of art and technology, will get an advantage of over people who are just focusing on technology or focusing on art only. So we should be focusing on both sides to help us create more different kind of media or content.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the tech, then of course, if you're a talented programmer, of course you can the opportunity there. But if you're speaking of just art and design, I would say that it will have a different. So if you're talking about graphic design, you make a comparison, let's say person A and person B. Person A has a graphic design, the skill is good. Person B is the art design also good, but person B has a technical skill sets that is a stronger one that can code. And obviously, this person B is in high demand. It's in higher demand. And the pay, of course, is even higher compared to the one that without it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing this, and also thank you very much for your time tonight. I really learned a lot from this session, and I hope the audience also learn a lot from this. I don't see a lot of questions though from the public. So there's one asking you, how old are you?
You guess how old I
am? Mid 30.
No, I already mentioned in my
you're starting a profile, introduction.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that I was actually graduated from college in 1994. So you can roughly count my age.
Yep.
Definitely not mid of 30s.
40 something lah.
Yeah, it's 40 something.
40 something. Okay. What is the future businesses potential that we can see and participate from now on? Well, there's looking into a businesses. What can we get ourselves involved in?
I'm not too sure about that question. But if you are asking me about the career option, probably I can share. But if you are talking about businesses, I'm not too sure how you actually relate to that. But definitely, businesses now, everybody is talking about digital transformation now. So somehow you have to integrate some of the digital solution into your business, no matter what business you're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
And even like talking about the reason the MCO, we cannot all go out, right? And I think that the seafood business is very good now because people actually order it online. And they are also, younger generation is helping the older generation, like younger generation, they know more about tech. So they set up the platform and then they help this older generation to sell maybe fresh veggie and things like that. So they can actually stock up their produce and the products at home. And then the younger generation will actually help to set up and then do the logistic delivery and things like that. So if you are talking about business opportunity, I think that you probably need to look into a digital solution to integrate with your traditional business if you have it. So meaning that you somehow have to go through that digital transformation.
Okay.
So that to make sure that your business is still relevant.
Okay. Hope that answers you, Thomas.
Or is Thomas? Which Thomas? Is Thomas not the Thomas I know?
I'm not too sure whether it's the same Thomas that you know.
Because I can't see the screen.
Yeah, Thomas Ngu.
From Cebu,
No,
from Kuching,
no, from Miri, from Miri,
no,
from Miri.
from Miri.
Okay, no worry. So, okay, so I think we are about to end the session. Before I end, I just want to say thank you very much, Lin Yew, for sharing with us tonight. And for those who would like to listen to Lin Yew, or perhaps certain topics that you have in mind that you want him to talk more, please do comment, put your comments in the live session there and state the topic that you would like to hear more from him. Then I will invite him back to share with us on those topics as well. Okay, so with this, thank you very much, Lin Yew. Hope to see you again. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye. All right, so we are about to end the session, but before we go to that, I would like to share our next session. For next week, we will be talking about Industrial Revolution 4.0. Industrial Revolution 4.0. So let me just quickly, hold on. This should be the one. Okay, Industrial Revolution 4.0, and we will be chatting with Dr. Alpha Agape. He is the course coordinator of Mechatronics Engineering from Monash University, Malaysia. So for those who are interested to find out more, IR 4.0, you have questions related to it, do come back next week. Same time, 8 p.m., 29th of May, Friday, 8 p.m. And you will have the opportunity to ask Alpha on this topic. So that will be next week. Lastly, quiz time. As I promised, we want to give out free gift. So let me just bring this up. The free gift that I will be giving out today, I think most of you have chosen backpack. So most of you have chosen backpack, so which I will be giving out backpack today. So the question that, so how do you win this backpack? Okay. The first who answer the correct, who put in the correct answer in the comment box will get the backpack. Okay, so the quiz is this. Remember the chicken warrior from Anson? It's a combination of two characters. Do you remember what characters are those? It's a combination of two characters that form chicken warrior. Do you still remember what is that? Now put your answer in the comment. The first who get the correct answer, you will get the backpack from me. Okay, so while you are putting in the answer or thinking about the answer, again, the special offer today and tomorrow, the offer is until end of tomorrow. We will be offering all our coding class, all the 4 popular one, which the original price is 1,200, and now it's only 99 ringgit 99 cent. 99 ringgit 99 cent. Yeah, to register, just need to go to our website realfund.com.my/offer and key in the coupon code ENA33 before you make your payment. All right, so you have time until end of tomorrow to get this offer. So I can see that there are Goku and Mario, Cheryl Chin. So Cheryl Chin, you got the backpack. Now I need one help from you, Cheryl. Can you send us a message on Facebook page so that we can get your contact and send it back to you? All right, can you message us on Facebook so that we can arrange the bag and send it over to you? Cheryl, is this Cheryl that I know? I think so. I think this is the Cheryl. All right, so with this, I hope you all learned something about the topic today, digital media design. And from what I gather from Lin Yew today is that it is an industry that we should not ignore. And considering the effort government is putting in to grow this industry, I think all of us have to be somehow get involved in one way or another, or through our children, where we help them to explore this creativity, or help them to put their creativity out there and supply them with the tools and skills that they need for them to excel for job of tomorrow. And remember, next week we'll be inviting Dr. Alpha Agape to come to share with us, and hope to see you again. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoy this. I'll keep it here and play some music.